Welcome to GameBreakers. My name is Thomas. I am here with Allison, David, and Diamond, and we are continuing A Bard's Tale. This is our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game. When last we left our intrepid heroes, it was a little dire. Struana Hardjaw had been kidnapped by rogue assassins. The team had ventured into the sewers with a compatriot of their murdered corporate sponsor. Aided by the head of the Assassin's Guild, you entered into the Lair.
And it all went well.
And it was going so well.
It went well-ish.
You discovered a secret door. You bashed it down. It wasn't so much a door as an entryway. You had to have a certain skill to get through. And none of you were assassins. So instead, you just bashed the wall down, which briefly opened you up to an attack from a halfling that got a little rough on your new friend. You beat it into a pulp and a feathery beaten. It was bad. At which point you looked down the corridor and saw an Arakosra opening the door into a watery barrage. Little fish with teeth. Lots of zapping feeling, like you feel your muscles tense up. You're getting a charge every so often. And the chamber you're in is filling up. We will take the camera briefly to Struana Hardjaw, still in a hazy, dreamlike state, surrounded by shadowy figures that she knows and has been introducing to Harridan one at a time. Oh, who's this person? Well, what do they do? Oh, and he's just been leading you on to, sort of, he says he's grounding you. All part of the healing.
Can somebody get me some water?
That happens rather quickly. Like, there's some at the bedside, he pours you some. It's very loving and caring through this whole sort of ordeal of reorienting yourself from something, maybe. After a moment, you realize that he stopped talking, and it might have been for a while, you're not sure, but you hear voices off in a corner of the room, sort of scolding each other. I told you it was too early to move on Hezric. We didn't really have a choice. Well, what do we do now? We can't just kill them. Well, we have to. They've pushed the issue. As you focus on it, it looks like ClickClack is arguing with Lovelace off in the corner. But when Lovelace turns around and says, "Well, I'm getting out of here. You do whatever you want. We've got enough information to salt the earth." And
can I get a perception on do crabs talk, or am I too far out of that?
You can try. It would be a disadvantage. I mean, you can hear it as the crab walks away. You can see it's dressed like Sangrid, but when it turns to you and says, "Soon enough," it looks just like Brusque. And then leaves the room.
I got a 7, so
you lose track of Harridan and ClickClack, but Trapspringer seems to be gathering up a bunch of things and pulling out knives and saying, "All right then," and goes out the door. And you're left with silent, shadowy figures of pleasant people whom you've met through the years. Meanwhile,
it must be some good drugs, because that sounds just straight terrifying. Okay.
Meanwhile, elsewhere, I will pull up the map for the camera. Pizzelle. You are here.
Is that a door?
The door... Where? I'm sorry, I didn't see where you pinged. That is a door. What happened was the Arakostra, the door is hinged on the corner of the passageway there, and just pulled the door to the other side and latched it. So closed off the passageway here, and this is water currently spilling into the room. You guys made your checks and made your saves right away. Is there anything you guys do?
Like, my first instinct is to run back to this door and try to open it, get people through, and close it.
Okay.
Human, gnome, come this way. Only loudly, I just don't want to scream right now. Forging ahead with meaty thighs.
So as you guys are getting out of the immediate just jet of the water, there is a fish that gets caught up under Stan's helmet and just gets a really good bite in right on the cheek.
Oh!
For 2 piercing.
Dan.
Oh, man. Tell us, Stan, is it salt water?
Ow.
Is it salt water, Stan? You should be able to tell by now.
Right? Yeah.
Well, it's, I would say, fresh, but it's been through all the city's storm drains.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
That's gonna get
use
infected.
a precipitation.
Anna has run down towards another door. What else are you all doing?
She also yelled at you to come with her.
I guess I follow.
Yeah. Go that way as well.
Okay. The water continues to fill. It's creeping towards your feet. It hits that wide flat surface, and it's taking it a while to fill up. The fish can't quite get to you. You see, some of them going for it, though.
As quickly as possible, like rushing them, pushing them through the door, and then get me through the door, and then close the door.
Okay.
But I try to get them through first.
Do all of you go?
Yeah.
You can use lockpicking to lock doors, right?
That door you had already opened. That wasn't locked anymore.
Yeah, but I can use it to lock it, right?
Oh, yeah. You can definitely relock a door you don't have a key with, too.
And we covered what that was. That's... Okay, right.
Thieves' tool proficiency.
Yep. That's a 21? Yeah.
That is enough. That will do it.
Alright. I think we should try the door at the other end of hall.
Stan, I need you to give me a reflex save.
Sure. Well, not great.
As you hurry past the rest of the group, you feel you've stepped on something that gives for a second. You remember, the the grates for the cubes. And as you remember that, you're thrown sort of off to one side and caught with a bunch of the wire mesh that cleans the gelatinous cube for 2 slashing damage.
I
You
just
take it.
watched. I just rewatched Cube, and I think it was because of this. Good movie.
I'll take that as a compliment. So you guys can hear now the sound of water rushing to fill that space.
I'm going to just start heading, because I already said what I was going to do, and get down to here and try to open that door. So that's 2 rolls to jump. Do you need me to make any other rolls between here and there?
No.
Neither of those were 1s, so.
That'll do it.
And try. So this door, you said it was old, covered in things.
Yes. It's kind of sealed shut organically, like on top of being locked like the other doors. It's also got just stuff that's grown in along the opening mechanism. So it may also take work to open.
Can I try to lockpick anyway? At least beginning.
Yeah, it is still locked.
Oh, I got a nat 20 on that.
Nicely, it is not locked anymore. It is now not still locked. Fixed that quick.
She's got the flow. She'll lose it again, but for the moment she has to. So I tried to open it.
Alright, strength check.
$22.
That will crack it open. And you see a bunch of glowing mushrooms growing under
Can I
one
nature
really
check
big
that?
mushroom. Now, that is accompanied by a thick fungal wave of just as the door unseals, it's like the room exhales. And I'm going to need a Constitution save.
Assuming I survive that, I close the door again. 23.
What you say?
3.
Well, that's exceptional. And one more Constitution save.
21.
Okay. 21, you say? All right. So this wave just hits you, and you like, oh, and close the door, and you hear, oh, hello, welcome, visitor, just in your head.
Was that just me? Did you hear that? To either of you.
So ClickClack and Stan, you guys see this wave just kind of passing through as the door gets shut. Unless you dodge it, like run away from it, it's not going to go much farther than Lovelace and ClickClack.
We both have our breathing masks in
Okay.
from the previous room.
Did you hear that?
Did I hear that?
Nope.
Apparently not.
I'm trying to figure out how curious someone who's dumb would be.
Very.
I mean, maybe, but she's pretty good at surviving, but a voice said hello, and she's opening the door again.
Are you... A new, waft of them now begins to fill the hallway. Stan, you'll need to make a couple Constitution checks for me.
I'm sorry, she's got negative intelligence.
And now they have clustered up in sort of a defensive perimeter around the door, and you hear in your head, and now Stan hears it as well. Hello? Are you friends?
Always say yes.
We're not enemies, but I don't know you.
Well, not yet. I mean, if you'd like to stay and get to know us, we like new friends. We'd love to understand the things that you know. Come in. And they kind of make way for you.
In that, we have to go into that direction. We can't come spend time with you.
Oh, don't go there. It's terrible there. Stan, how did your Constitution saves go?
So I got 17 for the first one and 11 for the second one.
11 for the second one.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
Oh my.
That's a shame.
So you begin to see the room is like breathe and contract and then expand, and from the pattern in the brickwork there's a whole fractal explosion that happens in front of your eyes, and then you can see these little myconids. The nature check, I'm sure you guys would have got. No spoiler there. These little mushroom people just floating around in the space and interacting with each other, and changing their bodies and forms, kind of like lava lamps. And you too are now able to just float up and interact in this wild space.
Okay, then I'll do that. See if I can fly.
Psychedelic music.
What does that look like to the rest of us?
Pupils get really wide, and you can still move your body. You have to think about it. You have to, body move, soul move, body move, soul move. But I don't know. Tell us how Stan looks now. Is this something new?
He won't move for a few minutes, but then he'll trying to see what's up and fly around and stuff, and then it's like I guess move forward. I don't know what else. Yeah.
Okay. You think about it. You move your body forward.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm talking to a mushroom from the doorway. I have to go. I have to go there. They have killed my friend, and I have to return the favor. So, do you know how to get there?
Well, no. They have a way through the room with the machines down the hall. We're not happy that they're there, and we locked the doors and sealed them to keep them out. We have to be careful, but one of them takes things from us.
How does it get in here?
How does what get in here?
One of them. You said one of them takes things from you.
Oh, it hasn't since we sealed the doors.
Oh. Well, I'm not happy they're there either, but I have to do something about it.
Oh,
I hope you have a lovely time. But if you cannot help me...
we're not warriors.
I'm closing the door. Yeah. Very nice. Goodbye.
You a Burning Man.
Stan, on the other hand, is I mean, one of them comes up to hug you, and briefly you're one with everything that this Myconid has ever been.
Whoa.
You grok the experience of being a mushroom person, and he instantly, or this, well, he, I don't know, fungus gender isn't a thing. It transcends its thinking as a mushroom person and knows now what it is to be a paladin. It calls everybody in for a group hug. Everybody, come feel this. And you're surrounded by just various little energy formless masses that are now clustered around you, just being.
This is a weird dream. I'm just gonna go with it.
It's a very warm feeling, presumably a hallucination. You know, everything seems right and nice. This place is very well decorated for this sort of experience. Although after it seals, it does start to fade. I mean, you still are interacting with them, but as your proximity gets closed off, you're like, it's still there. It's going to be there for some time. You'll get another Constitution save in 1 minute.
I turn around and start going the other direction.
Okay. You can still hear them. Goodbye, goodbye, come back. We hope you're okay.
They're very friendly mushrooms.
Right.
None of those are twos. None of those are ones. So I'm gonna check each of the doors along here, and see if I hear water.
You do. You've unlocked them both, but haven't opened them. You do still hear water.
I think that one of them I did not unlock, because I listened first.
Oh, you might be right.
One of them I remembered to listen first. Roll your dice as to which one. So, shoot. Unless there is another way in, we will have to swim with those electric things, which does not sound good. Do you have another way in? Oh, that was like walked all the way down and then walked all the way back to wherever you guys are.
Just pacing.
Yes, angry minotaur pacing in labyrinth. And none of those are ones. And I keep rolling for jumping over these things, and I'll just let you know if I get a 1. Does that work? Thomas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I figured you guys would just tell me when it happened. Avoid it for the most part. You guys know the secret to them. It was only in the heat of the moment that it was a problem. Now that you guys are out of it, I will let you do a team investigation check for what you saw in the moments before everything went sideways, as you're reviewing and figuring out your...
22.
I have a 4 if somebody else would like just to use my help as advantage instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, still 22.
Okay. That was enough to see that right where that door opened, there was a mechanism that was pouring water down.
A mechanism.
looked like some sort of iris valve structure. Something to do with sewer maintenance.
Where?
It was right on as you got a flash of the other side of the door before the water just completely engulfed through it as it was opening. There was some sort of mechanism pouring more water in.
Like is an iris spout?
There's probably a way to disarm it or work it.
Did I see a lever?
No. You noticed the mechanism and that there was one. Nothing more detailed than that. You'd have to get a closer, maybe calmer look at it.
For the sake of brevity, I tell the others that, and then volunteer to go swim in and see what it is. I just need them to open and shut the door.
I do not think it is as easy as open and shut the door anymore. I think it is going to be open and
Get out
go
of the
back.
way.
Yes. Where was there any door in this hallway? We'd have to go back. Like the physics of water, man. She's not that smart, but I suspect that the physics of water filling a space is something that she has a pretty clear understanding of.
Yeah.
Currents and such things. You do, by the way, have a swim speed.
Yeah.
Anna.
Yeah.
Just don't forget that.
We can try, but I do not think that it will be that easy. If we have to go back that way, then we have to go back that way, but once water starts coming in like that.
If you guys stay on this side, you'll still have air as it fills this area, and then we can try to swim in and turn it off and let the water drain out.
I'm glad I closed the door behind us. Do not want nice mushrooms to die. She's like having flashbacks. It's like you don't let the water in once you're in a dry place, but I don't see other option. So
Me neither.
I guess that is what we do. Stan? Sorry, I mean human.
Is Stan out of his hallucination?
It's been about a minute. Give me another Constitution save.
You're just permanently high now.
I got a 19 on the roll plus 8, so
Yeah, you managed to shake it off, like you and your
Firmly plant my
soul
feet
shake
back on
hands,
reality.
and it turns around and sort of steps back into your body, and you, okay. Bye. Come back
Nice
soon.
to meet you.
All the little souls just keep hugging you all the way through.
so you want to know what I think we should do?
Oh, during that, while everything, like, as it was closing and they were saying goodbye, one of them thought about, boy, if they could just dig a tunnel like that mole that died here the one time.
Yeah. Oh.
What do you say?
All right. So how are we gonna get in? There's no door at the end here, and there's 2 north that. Can we tell if they have water behind them?
Both of the doors in the north end of the hallway have water behind them. you can hear.
I think whatever answer we're after is on the other side of water.
I'm just checking. Stan, we are going through the door. Did you hear that? Stan, human. Doesn't know the name, Lord.
He's like, no, I was in a different place just now.
Right.
I can't really explain what happened, but I know, like, I feel like I know things, but now I don't know things, and I don't know.
Okay,
Everything was so funny a minute ago.
So we're going through a door, you say?
the gnome says we are going through this. He is going through that door and going to try to turn off water, and we are going to try to not die.
I saw a mechanism that was dumping the water out. I might be able to shut it because I'm an engineer riding an aquatic animal.
Does seem natural.
With a steampunk scuba tank.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. And to that end,
which door do you open? All right, so you're gonna have to pick the lock again.
that's okay. Making sure I jumped the things. I did. 30 to pick the lock.
All right, so roll it.
I did.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see.
That's because I used the die in front of me.
Oh, how'd it go?
30.
30. You did just fine. You are hit once again immediately by a jet of water.
All I did was unlock it, not open it.
Okay.
So
You're right.
human, I want to get you to come and get ready to push. We are going to have to let it open and let them through, and then see if we can at least attempt to push it closed.
All right.
On
Goggles
this side.
on, mask on, tightening my harnesses, hitting the crab.
Okay.
You sound like a Sims startup screen. Screen. Jesus, what was that?
You didn't actually do mushrooms.
Not on my school nights.
So the door opens, and I will need everybody to make me a Constitution save.
Oh, I got a 20.
16. Okay.
19 and 9.
Who
Sorry,
got
10.
Who got 10?
I did.
Okay, well, Lovelace is fine, but you are currently paralyzed. You will have another save next round to attempt to get out of that. But you just go limp.
From what?
The electricity in the water, like all your muscles seize up, and
Okay.
And now we try to close door.
yes.
I got a natural 20. That's nice. On my strength check. I'm assuming.
Yes. And you would have had advantage on it anyway, so way to knock it out of the park on the first one.
Yeah. 29
So
is what that would.
Lovelace races through
With a limp gnome on her back.
and the door slams shut behind you. At which point you can feel, like, against your armor, the little, like, nips of fish trying to get into something soft and fleshy, but to no avail.
I cannot believe that worked.
It didn't work yet.
All right. You have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you are
And
able
Lovelace
to
has
navigate.
blindsight.
Right, and this is darn near native environment for Lovelace.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to make your way there. Can I get another Constitution save for that second round?
Oh, thank God. 23.
23. You snap out of it. You're able to sort of like flex against it and, get control of your muscles again. That's about the time that Lovelace reaches the mechanism that's pouring down. You'll need to give... Lovelace really will need to give me an athletics check to maintain her position. This is a very high-pressure environment.
19.
19 will do it. She clamps onto the wall and holds on for a second and gives you a stable platform almost right underneath it.
Do I see a switch?
There's a series of cranks and essentially valve cranks that will close at each section of the iris.
Okay. Do they look like sequential, or they have to be all at once?
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah. 17.
It doesn't seem to matter in what order. Just that they all get done. It does require a proprietary Sewers Guild wrench. So you would have to use your thieves' tools to jimmy it.
Okay. I was gonna say, describe the wrench. I might have something similar.
The bolt is in the shape of the local Sewers Guild chapter herald, and it slips right on.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
Nope, proprietary.
Mm-hmm. I can fake it though.
Even in the sewers, this city.
Are those dex or intelligence?
This would be intelligence, and you're going to be at a disadvantage for a lot of obvious reasons.
Gee, why? Okay. 20.
20 is exactly what you needed for the first one. It's you get it just like damn it, and slip, just one piece kind of accidentally goes in the right place, and it turns, and one section of the iris slams shut. It's right about that point, 15, 20 seconds of getting it going, that I need another Constitution save from you and Lovelace.
No. Oh my god. I got a 11, and she got a 13? Yeah. 14.
Okay. 14 total?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not counting Stan's Paladin bonus in there, are you?
No.
Okay, good. That is enough to continue. Like it's not comfortable. Like you feel it go through you. It's like your whole body just licked a 9-volt.
Yeah, that could be fun.
With this second application, you can kind of tell this isn't coming from the fish. There's something that is sending a pulse out into the water. Speaking of the fish, does 19 hit your AC?
19 is my AC.
One of them slides in like under one of the greave plates and just gets one in on the side of your leg. Like, it does 1 damage. They're like this big. They're just mean.
Yeah. But I have to roll to crush him.
No, it'll accidentally shake its way out. Right? Slap.
Yeah.
The worst part of the electric shock is all of your insides suddenly cramping at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, been there.
Me too.
This is also fairly warm water. It's not particularly cold. It's probably part of the runoff from the big storms that have been coming in.
Okay.
Room temperature. It's not a hot tub. All right. Second set of the mechanism. It's been about 30 seconds for those people waiting tensely on the other side of the door.
As everyone waits for me to do math. 27.
Now that you've done it once, you kind of have, like, you already had all the tools picked out, so you were able to pretty much more easily get this one to go. You have time to get started on the second one before I need another Constitution save.
What the hell?
Oh.
Hang on.
Not a good sound.
Lovelace got a natural 20.
Okay.
And I got an 8.
Well, all of your tools suddenly just fly out of your hands as everything just cramps up, and you can feel all the plates where there are the points where there are like metal contact points on your harness because they sting.
All right.
Give me another Constitution save, so eventually you'll come out of it. But.
That was not much better. That's a 12.
12 is the number on the dot. So it will be an investigation check to find your tools, though.
Uh-huh. 9.
You find a few, but not the whole set.
Okay.
You can keep looking.
Yeah.
Okay. You widen your search area. You start to move away from...
Oh, God, so much better. 24.
All right. You find the place where, against one kind of loose brick where they had gotten pinned by the current, you reach out to grab them, and I need a Constitution save.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt your flow terribly much, but I want you to know that Anna is going between listening at the door and checking down hallways.
Okay.
Pacing in lab.
Give me perception tests. That's fine. I'll check them in a second and tell you what you hear. You can hear a lot of this like and scrabbling from the crab.
Some muffled swearing in Gnomish. 18.
Okay. Again, you feel like your everything kind of just don't tase me, bro. You feel your tools a little hot in your hand, and you can then go back to what you were doing.
And Lovelace got way higher than that.
Okay.
Another thief check.
Yes.
Hey! A whole bunch.
Better than
30.
20? Oh,
30.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yeah.
It goes fast. Again, you're able to get... you would be able to get... Let's see, that's the third one. Go ahead and give me a roll for the fourth one with that level of success.
28.
28. You get the last one shut, and the pressure just stops. Meanwhile, give me a Constitution save.
I rolled a 10, so it's plus... So 14 for me.
Okay.
And again, way more than that. 21 for
All right.
a place.
So you're both okay as this one pulses through. Be able to get a little better look around now. You see an intersection down that way. You also see... So there's a whole bunch of fish that have, like, ripped themselves apart trying to eat you. And it's it's an uphill battle for the poor little guys. You do see, down the hall, what looks like just a wall of them all clotted up. And so there's little, like, dead floating ones in front of you. Your passive perception is able to spot a gelatinous cube moving through. It heard the commotion.
Right. Where am I?
Oh. Right here was the mechanism.
Okay. Did I get it shut yet?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that was the fourth one. You managed to get two of them done between one electrical pulse. And you just made that one. You're able to kind of get a look around. What do you do?
Is this still open?
Yes.
I head that way.
Okay. So you're able to head through the door over the machinery. Where are you headed? I see you turn to the corner to the left. You see...
I was just trying to get out of the path of the cube right now.
Okay. You
I'm
do
hoping
see,
it'll pass me by.
as you duck over that way, still just crammed into one section where he was just beaten pulpy into with the goring horns, if I remember right, into a section of the machine, is the corpse of Bitternut. Well, of a halfling assassin.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
It's not about him anymore.
Indeed.
I'm just trying to not get cubed right now.
Okay.
I'm hoping it'll just move past me, and then I can worry about getting back to the party.
It gets there and actually gets stuck. It can't make that corner. And then just starts moving back.
Fantastic.
You can see it's just chock full of quippers of little toothy fish. They're just like going in for it and just immediately like getting gelatinized. This is a feast for this cube.
Yeah, it's like a Jell-O salad with all the little carrots and pineapple.
Yep.
Delicious.
So the other two are waiting down here where their icons are.
Yes.
Am I head that?
Speaking of those awful little creatures, two of them this time. One of them got in your boot, and the other one got inside a glove. Two damage.
That's okay. I'm gonna keep them in there dead, and then just feed them to Lovelace later.
I kind of half imagine Lovelace is taking in mouthfuls of them at a certain point.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Anything that swims into her range of her mouth pinchers.
And then give me a Constitution save as it sweeps the way forward.
7 for me. And 14 for Lovelace.
Okay. Lovelace manages to hold on as you again just...
Well, she doesn't need me for this part.
Okay. What's she do?
We're heading to that door.
All right. You get there, shoot. Tang, 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 ta-dang, tang, ta-dang, tang. She doesn't have thumbs.
No.
You can make a Constitution save again as you get to the door. You guys hear something tinging on the other side. How'd it go, Dave?
Lovelace got a 23. I rolled a 1.
Excellent. So at this point, how is that tank attached to your head?
It's full-on scuba, like...
Okay, good. So it doesn't detach, but you do spit it out. The mouthpiece. Like, your mouth convulses with
yeah,
with
I
this
like
one.
cough or whatever. And
Yeah. So now we're on your Constitution modifier, and you're still paralyzed.
Yeah. So what happened?
What do you guys do?
Presumably Lovelace is knocking on the...
Yeah. She's still furiously banging on the door.
Both claws just... Put it up, put it up, put it up, put it up.
Is there any way I would know that is giant crab?
It's got a rhythm to it. She's smart enough.
She's smart enough to that or some shit.
Well, it's
I am not the cops. I'm just knocking as loud as cops.
She's been my crab long enough to have just a basic.
Right. It's definitely a sentient creature.
Okay. So, let's open the door again and then close the door again, I think is how this is happening.
All right, everybody give me another Constitution save as the pressure just sweeps Lovelace out.
18.
Okay. Oh, God. 18 for me and 24 for Lovelace.
Okay.
16.
16. All right, you guys also all just get that uncomfortable tingling, but nobody and you're able to catch a breath. ClickClack.
And then to close door.
That will be a strength check with advantage.
Human help me.
All right. I'm good at strength checks.
27 with
And
advantage.
I rolled a 19.
27.
You
So
slam
that's-
it back shut.
31, by the way. 31 to slam it shut.
So yeah, you guys crushing.
Conviction.
Never to be opened again.
Right, you do then fight the tide. It's actually easier this time. There's much less pressure behind the water.
I thought we were going to drain it now that I've turned it off.
Well,
Like
you're
what?
not. I didn't know.
Around
What
the
we talking
corner
about?
and down the hall, you hear one of the The wire mesh grates spring, and the unmistakable like.
Oh boy.
You swear you hear the cube go, oh yeah.
You guys have a minute to breathe. Nothing is immediately bearing down on you.
Literally.
What did it work? As soon as he
ClickClack
stops
takes a
flopping.
minute to enjoy not being electrocuted. Yeah, you can see him like waiting until the next pulse would have happened, and he's just kind of like, ah. It's shut.
How do we drain it?
We open the door and get out of the way. Unlock the door.
I'm gonna run.
Crack it open. 3, 2, 1, and we all bolt.
Towards the mushrooms, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
And hope
Is that
that
gonna hurt the mushroom
there's a
people?
before it can drown us.
No, I think the mushroom people said that they were just fine. They sealed everything away and they will be just fine. I think it will go down towards I point this direction. I think it will go that way.
Yeah. There's a lot of space for it to fill.
So are we opening? So is that which door are we going to open? This one that we're in front of right now?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
All right, I'm ready when you guys are. Once we've enjoyed being alive.
This is a strength check, so I'm of no help. So I'm already gonna start traveling. I'm a supervisor for this mission.
I'm ready. I'm rolling with advantage. I know if I have advantage, I know what I have.
I got 19.
22.
Right. That is plenty. You guys are then able to set loose a tide of water deluging into the hall. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. Peace.
And then I go this way. Not that way. It needs to go this way. Towards the cube.
Oh, water finds its own level. It's going to go all of the ways. It gets to about knee-high pretty fast, but also you see that it's draining out of the room in front of you. And make me a Constitution save.
Of course. 15.
20.
20 for Lovelace, and 17 for me.
Okay. Everybody manages to resist the awful.
Go team.
Unless anybody has below a 16 AC. No. Then the fish find no purchase. But they are still swimming through.
And they're apparently immune to electricity.
Right. So to keep the map clear, I'm actually going to take the water off, but know that now it is knee-high water through all of this.
When the water gets to around waist high, I want to try and go here and open this door.
Okay.
Which we close. I don't actually know that we closed it, but it has been closed during this, so I just need to open it.
Okay. You do. The water continues to level down as it finds more and more places. This whole hallway, these 3 hallways fill up. Give me another Constitution save, everybody.
7.
28.
17 and 20. Although
Well,
if it's
I
like
think-
ankle high, I'm not even in the water anymore.
Oh, true. Well, I think we all know the 7 didn't make it. So as that door opens, he's and face down in the water for a second. The next round, you can give me another Constitution save. That's you, Anna.
Is that now? Is the next round
About
now?
now, yeah. I mean, nothing immediately is going to happen to you. The fish
19?
are not a formidable challenge for you guys. 19? 19
Yes.
will do it. You snort some water out of your nostrils and pull your face out of the water. The water continues to go down. There's still a door here. Actually, you guys left that door open. So that room fills up. The water continues down.
Let us go. Human and gnome. Let us start going.
All right.
I want to try to unlock, I think, this door. This is the door. The next
Okay.
one.
All right.
And I help.
Excellent. As you all start working,
Okay.
give me Constitution save.
Hold on.
Stan, are you following?
Yeah. Another Constitution save, right?
Yes.
I rolled for lock first, sorry. 10. 10 for Constitution.
15.
Okay. So, ClickClack, you'll be able to make the roll without advantage because as the Minotaur pulls her tools out, she looks at the lock and then just... You can make another roll.
It's a 20. Or
Okay.
it was a natural 20.
All right.
So, this
Yay.
So you make it
natural
through.
20. This time, electricity no touches.
Strong like bull.
Give me that. Thief's tools.
I did. It was a 30. I'd rolled it for... I was, like, in the middle of rolling it when you said Constitution. I was like, oh!
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. You weren't able to help on the check
Okay.
unless ClickClack waits for you to shake it off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well then, the roll with advantage, 30, picks the lock.
Yes. Okay. And listen.
You don't hear.
And listen.
Give me a perception
Okay.
test.
Can I do that too?
Yes.
14.
I'll do that as well.
That's a 13.
Got a 19.
Is it possible that I have a 21 active perception?
With the right feats and things, yeah.
Okay. Then 40.
You can hear
Sorry.
a very dim echo of Struana humming the same little snippet of a tune to herself over and over and over, echoing as though it comes from a faraway place. But not much else.
With that roll, I'm actually hearing the next campaign.
Actually, with that roll, like you're able to hear that there are two creatures, other creatures somewhere in the vicinity. Like you hear 4 distinct sets of feet that move just the barest whisper of movement.
We need to open this door right now. I turn to Stan and I say, she's down here.
I think you're muted.
Damn straight I am. So this door is locked. Can we pick it, or do you want me to break it? I could break it.
We just haven't opened it yet.
It's picked. We just haven't opened it yet.
Oh, let's do it.
But
It was listening before we do. So
you see me hear Struana and say, "We need to get through here right now."
All right.
That is exactly what happens. Stan, if I remember correctly, you were carrying a torch and would have probably relit it after all of the water shenanigans.
Yeah.
You guys see there's just a cloudy mist that shrouds its way out of the door as you guys will start after the break making constitution saves from the electric.
I just wanted to say, while they're opening it, because again, not my department, I'm getting my bow ready for whatever is on the other side.
Okay. Tendrils of mist waft out. You hear just the most minuscule hiss out of the hallway, and we will take a break there. So you guys going to make a whole crap load of saves. Blah! If you like what you see, hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And if you want it to get better, our Patreon is right down in the doobly-doo. Meanwhile, from Alice and David and Diamond, we'll be right back. Have a good game.